What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. So today we're back in the redstone testing world, and we are going to take another look at this AFK fish farm. There's nothing wrong with it. We've been fishing a lot. We're just running into having too many items to sort through. So we are going to build an item sorting system. All these items in my inventory are catchable while fishing. They are leather, bone, string, wooden bowl, stick, clownfish, raw salmon, raw fish, pufferfish, lily pad, tripwire hook, water bottle, ink sac, name tag, bow, fishing rod, and enchanted books. Now, all these items in my inventory here we don't want. And the ones on my hotbar is what I want to keep. Now, one problem that you do have is these 4 items here are non-stackable items. So we're going to have to deal with those just a little bit differently. Now, one thing is, I'm thinking I might keep leather, and I know you can catch rotten flesh too, and leather boots. Dang it. So you can't sort them out either. They're a non-stackable item, so we'll have to deal with them in a different manner. So to start this out, excuse me, we're going to run just a simple hopper chain out. Right now I've got a stair step of chests, and it's quite a pain to go through them every morning or every day after I get off work. Excuse me, and empty out every single chest of all the items that I don't want. And I wish we could sort through bows and fishing rods too, but I haven't found a way to do that yet. So I know there is a way to actually sort out the water bottles from this system, so that'll help a little bit. But anyway, we're going to start out here by filtering out the stackable items first. So let's move some stuff into our inventory and grab some redstone items. And these are simple. You need a couple repeaters, some redstone dust, some comparators, and a couple torches. This is designed by Impulse SV. It has overflow protection on it. This way, if we get too many of these items, it'll just start getting rid of them. So to start out, coming out of your comparator or your hoppers, you want comparators coming out, and these hoppers need to be facing into the comparators. There'll be 2 pieces of redstone dust behind the comparators. Come down a block, place redstone dust, and then down here you'll need to place. I should have picked a better world to build this in. We're gonna need to place some repeaters down here, running into these 2 blocks. I gotta get in here real quick. A repeater, not a comparator. Alright, let's place the other repeater here. They'll be running into these 2 blocks, and on the front of these 2 blocks we need to place redstone torches. These redstone torches will power the blocks above them, which will lock the hoppers, not allowing any items to be filtered through. So let's place our hopper chains coming down. These you can build up into an item elevator and then stick them into chests however you want to do it. But to make these filters here, you're going to need 41 of each item that you're sorting out, and then some blocks that you're not going to be putting into your system. So for this, I'm going to use red sandstone. Just place them in your first 4 slots. Jeez. And then whatever item you're sorting out in your next slot, or your first slot. Like so. Alright, and if we catch this, we can see some of these items coming down. Ink sacs are already done. You can kind of see the name tags flickering a little bit. And both of them have been sorted now. And as you see, wrong one. As you see in here, there's 41 of each item. So these are single wide modules. You can stack them next to each other as far as you want to do, or as far as you need to do, to sort out whatever you want. Me personally, I have enough puffer fish, I have enough regular fish, so. Now for the non-stackable, you're going to want a comparator coming directly out of the hopper, running into a block, and those 2 blocks are running into 2 blocks, and those 2 blocks need redstone dust on them with a torch on the side, redstone dust down below. Just like the item sorter here, you're going to have that running into a block, a repeater into that, a repeater into that. That's the second time this video. And that now is powering the block that the comparator is sitting on, which will in turn lock the hopper that we are going to place in a second below right here. This hopper, same thing. This hopper can be fed into any kind of chest or whatever you want to do. Excuse me. So we're going to demonstrate a little bit of that right now. So if we look down here, it should be all non-stackable items. The fish that we're not sorting out are coming over here. And if we go look in our name tag chest, because I accidentally threw that in there, there should be 24 of those. Not that chest, or hopper. Yeah, not that one, that's ink sac. Okay, I'm getting confused. Yeah, there you go, 24. There was 23 in there. Jeez, I just confused myself pretty badly. So what I'll end up doing in my world is building a trash can, which was my last redstone video. And in case you didn't check it out, we'll build it real quick here. They're very simple. You simply need to place a dropper. It can be facing up, down, to the side, it doesn't matter. So you have a comparator coming out of that dropper, going into a block, piece of redstone dust behind that block, block to the side, comparator coming out, then you have a piece of redstone dust running into this comparator here on subtract mode. Then you need a block above the comparator, a block above this dust here, and then dust on that block there, and now you have a simple trash can. We're just going to throw some lava in it for demonstration today. Let's throw a couple items in here. Let's grab some fish. I'm having a heck of a time finding my way through this. I don't play on creative too often, so for me finding items is kind of a pain. Alright, there's some water bottles. Let's get some fish. There we go. That was way too many. I should have done less than half a stack, so come on. There we go. It'll work. We'll get there. So the fish is being thrown into the trash can and being stuck in my inventory. It's being destroyed by the trash can. You get the gist. You saw the clownfish come. You saw the regular fish come. We should be seeing salmon coming soon, but none of the other items, none of the water bottles, there's the salmon, none of the enchanted books, it's all down here. And if we had thrown name tags or ink sacs, they would have went into our other item sorters. Let's clean up our mess here. Alrighty. Now this non-stackable item filter here works on a very simple principle. A comparator signal as something's coming through a hopper is different on stackable items versus non-stackable items. And I'm going to show you that here. Grab a couple of things. So let's place down, not a block, a couple of hoppers here. I probably shouldn't have them running into each other. Change that real quick. Alright. Get a couple comparators coming out. Throw some redstone dust down real quick. Let's grab a lamp real quick. The lights always seem to help. Alright, let's get rid of these redstone items, get a non-stackable item. Now let's grab a bow, so that's what we fish. Let's grab a fish, or a whole stack. So if you put the bow in here, you'll see you get a comparator strength of 3. And if we put a fish in here, not the whole stack of fish, a fish. Because only one will be coming through at a time. You only get a comparator strength signal of 1. So as this fish is running through this, it's only going to put out a redstone signal of 1, and that's why it will not be filtered into the non-stackable item filter here. And that's why you want to pull out your stackable items first, and then everything else be thrown away after that. And if I remember correctly, this actually gives out a strength signal of 3. Yeah, signal strength of 3, not just 4. Or not just 2. So I can't remember. I think items that stack up to 16 also give out a different comparator strength. I can't remember. That's only giving out signal strength of 1. Okay. What about a whole stack? Oh, that's 3. Well, anyway, that doesn't really matter for this video. Sorry, that's just me on a little side tangent there. So anyway, the only other thing we can do for the non-stackable items now is we can sort out the water bottles. And that'll only give us 4 items that we can't sort out: leather boots, bow, fishing rod, and enchanted books. And really, I don't need bows anymore. And once you have one good fishing rod with the mending the way it is right now, you don't have to worry about another fishing rod. So they're pretty much useless. But this will cut down on the clutter in my chests quite a bit. Now, I knew when I was making this video I was forgetting a few items that we can catch. But anyway, I did leave some items in here. So anyway, we're going to build the water bottle filter. And so we were actually building one over here, testing it out, making sure we could do it. But instead of building this thing down here, I'm just going to build it up top. It'll be a little easier than trying to punch out all this glass. So, let's see. I need to grab a few things, pull these out of my inventory real quick. Grab a few redstone items that we're going to need. And what else? Gonna need some building blocks. Anyway, this bottom hopper down here is gonna be what would be your input hopper. And so that hopper would be going into this dropper right here. Like so. So now to get this thing going, you need to place 2 hoppers facing down here. We need to grab a brewing stand, place it on top of this hopper here. And then a hopper running into the side of this brewing stand, not on top. And so we're going to need a clock coming out of this dropper. So you need a comparator coming out. We're going to run that into a monostable circuit here. And then we need a piece of redstone dust coming out of that, running into a repeater here. And then a block into the dropper. And that's now your clock. So what also we need to do is we need to lock the hopper below the hopper that's the dropper's firing into. Otherwise your items will just get sucked straight down. So we're going to have a comparator coming out of that hopper like so. And we are going to run this into a block here. No, not subtract mode, a block. Redstone torch on the front of that. A block to the side here with the repeater coming out of that. Run that into a monostable circuit. 2 blocks coming out of that. The redstone torch needs to be placed here, and that locks that hopper so no items flow through it. And then we need to place... No, that's wrong. We need to place a repeater coming out of the monostable circuit, and this one is important. It needs 2-tick delay. Now coming off the side of this torch here, we need a block with redstone dust on top of it. And then... No, that gets deleted. We need a monostable circuit here as well. 2 blocks in front of that, a repeater coming out of the monostable circuit, and then a piece of dust. And that's it, guys. That's the whole circuit. Pretty small, very easy to build. So let's grab us some water bottles, some bows, fishing rod, and some books. And we'll test this thing out. Alright, I didn't place them in any random order. It doesn't matter. And once those stop, it's done working. There we go. All your bottles should be here. All your other non-stackable items are here. I'm going to run my bottles into a trash can and get rid of them because I don't need them. And that just leaves me with enchanted books, bows, fishing rods, and leather boots to sort out by hand. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please, as always, leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. And we will see you next time.